Looking for cheap and reliable Madden 21 Ultimate Team coins? Head on over to u4gm.com, Madden NFL 21 coins, and use code SPORTS for 5% off your order. Oh, what's up, guys? It's Duke back here from sportsgamers.com, and in today's Madden 21 tip video, I'm going to break down one of, if not the best, man-beating routes in Madden 21. Guys, we all know man coverage is super good in Madden 21. You know, of all the abilities out there between, the one step, the bench press, etc., man can be difficult. Well, I'm about to show you guys a route that you can find in pretty much every playbook in the game in multiple formations that you can use to destroy man. And this is something that you gotta add into your offense, guys. It is so effective. I've been using it a lot. And you don't need any crazy stats to do this. The only thing I do like to have is some good route running. Speed is not that crucial to me. I like route running a little bit better. And if you guys didn't know, once you're over 90 route running, you will get better routes ran, more separation and all that. So I grabbed the Bills here. We got Trey White, to me one of the best man corners on regs. And we're going to get the Saints to use Michael Thomas against him because I feel like that's a fair, reasonable matchup. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure Thomas is on the outside right. So we're going to be looking at single back doubles. Like I said, what I'm about to show you, just don't really pay attention to the play, even the formation. Pay attention to the route, because I can promise you guys, if you look in your playbook, you're going to find this route in a lot of different plays and formations. So play we're going to look at is X Dagger. Now, typically, guys, I'll tell you, when you find a play that has called Dagger, you're going to see the route I'm about to break down. So I'm just going to come out in, one of the more meta-type defenses, and I'm going to make sure Trey White is on Thomas. So cover one robber, and let's get it, X Dagger. Now, before we go any further, I do want to remind you guys to please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss out on our great tip videos. We do daily videos for tips and gameplay for Madden 21. If you guys are really rocking me, smash that like button. In the meantime, if you want to get better at Madden 21, check out sportsgamers.com for the best Madden 21 tips and ebooks. We got a lot of help for you guys out there, whether you need help on offense or defense or both. We got y'all covered. All right, guys, so let's get into this play. So the reason why man-to-man is so good this year is, first of all, they just play so many more routes better than in years past. You can press shade over the top, use your purples, and kind of take the sidelines away. Watch the middle yourself, right? But the thing is, you can't really take away the deep safety because now people know that you can, do certain routes, like certain types of posts, get touchdowns. So at the end of the day, they have to keep that safety deep. Now, because of that, you can now hit them with intermediate routes. The sidelines are harder to attack, but over the middle and immediately, there's a lot of good stuff you can do this year. Now, I really like this route to Thomas because it's not just your average route. In general, I feel like in routes and digs and all that are very good, but this one's even better because it has multiple cuts in the route. So because it's going to break at multiple different points, even the best corners in the game can't really keep up with it. Like, I've tested this mutt, regs, it really doesn't matter. And I want to show you guys that it doesn't matter if they press, if they shade over the top, if they don't press. Every little variation of man you're going to see, it's going to beat. So let's just run this 3-4 times real quick so you guys can see just the consistency of this. And literally just throwing it as it breaks over the middle. That's all you got to do. And the great thing about this is you can use any sort of hot routes you want. It really doesn't matter. Most people are going to use purple zone, so maybe you want to have some sort of routes that are going to sit over the shallow area in case they have their zone drops on like 25, which is what most people will do. Doesn't going to affect you, right? But again, just watch Thomas. You already saw him win once. Now watch him win again there. And you can just possession catch that every single time. Now, I'm going to do it one more time with this look, and then we're going to move on. I'm going to show you guys the replay, and then I'm going to go on to actual press coverage. Now, a lot of people don't want to press coverage because they just don't want to risk getting beat over the top for a one-play touchdown. But even if they do, it's still going to get open. So you guys can see here, you can low ball it, possession catch it, whatever. So let's take a look at the replay and see what happens here on the cut. You're going to see that even though the DB has good position on us, right? He's breaking off that route immediately, right? He's basically over the top of us, and we're underneath. And we're going to be underneath every single time. So at this point, we do have a little bit of separation here, but because we're underneath, that's more important. So we can cut the ball off every time, And that's a nice gain there. You guys can see, we're snapping at about the 39. And off this route, we're getting to the opponent's about 40, 47, 48. So we'll take that every single time. Now, like I said, if they press you, it's just a timing throw. All you got to do is wait for them to make that break back open, and you're going to see the routes that effective. Now, I also want to show you guys that even if you don't have one of the best receivers, it's still such a good route, it doesn't matter. You guys can see that I'm going to press one more time, just press with no shade over the top, and then I'm going to sub in a worse receiver against Trey White, and you're going to see it's the route. So guys, I'm going to press once or twice more here, and then I'm going to sub in a bad receiver to show you that this route can get open even with a bad receiver on a really good corner. But look how he just breaks open over the middle, gets off that jam, and it's an easy throw and catch. It's very, very consistent. You can possession catch it or dive catch it. It's whatever you want. But, at the end of the day, it's just the route. So you've seen it with Thomas a few times. I want to show it to you if you have someone that's not quite as good. Emmanuel Sanders, he's... actually, no, we'll even do Smith. Smith is, Sanders is still solid. Smith is just not really anything good at all. And we're going to run him on Trey White. So, obviously, this is a matchup that Trey White should be able to win easily if it wasn't for this route being really overpowered, really OP. So, let's take a look. Again, Trey White against Smith, I believe. Anyways, you guys can see he gets inside position, low ball it. Now, you might be wondering if that was, just fluke. Is that only going to happen once and the next play it's going to get locked up? And no, that's not fluke at all. That's going to happen every time. He's going to get that release. You can just throw a low ball possession, catch it. You guys can see on the replay that it gets a little speed burst almost coming out of the route, and that's why that happens. So let's take a look one more time. Look at it right here. Bam, low ball. That's easy. Now, the last thing I want to show is that even if they just play man off coverage, see, that's a little bit different too. If they play man off coverage, it's still going to work. There's really no good alignment of man coverage to defend this, because at the end of the day, no matter what you do, whether you play up with no press, play up and press, or just play off, we're always just going to be able to get underneath you off that cut because it just gets such a nice animation. So let's do it again. Do it twice more. Again, I just want to show you guys this is consistent. Look, every single time. Now, like I told you, this route you can find, or even doesn't have to be this exact route, but you can find very similar routes all over this game. So obviously, you want to build a little play around this route. You don't want to just use this route and this route alone, but I just want to focus on this route in the video. But obviously, if you have a really effective route like this, you're kind of going to want to mix it in with some other man-beating routes that are good. Maybe like Texas routes, crossers, deep posts, the S post. There's something very simple you could do just based upon hot routes that you don't need anything special. Is literally just smart routed outs, man. Like the tight end or someone on the line that can't get pressed. Extremely effective. Because as you guys know, you can lowball those even against purples and they don't get guarded. Possession catch, really easy. So, that's just something really, really simple. But like I said, what I would most likely do is I'd be throwing some deep posts out there so they have to keep the safety over the top. Otherwise, I'm going to get a free touchdown. I'd be mixing in some Texas routes, some smart routed outs, potentially some motion slants, or, just any other man beater. You want to at least have another option so they can't manually guard that. But that route just gets open in such a nice area of the field. It's super clutch for me. So I hope you guys liked the video. Until next time, it's Duke. I'm out of here. Check out sportsgamers.com for the best Madden 21 tips.